Camera speed.
Sound production, take one.
Action!
Welcome to the Enter The Fangirls podcast. I'm Sam.
I'm Lexie, and we're two girls with a slight obsession of everything pop culture.
How do we word this? Today we're reviewing our most anticipated movies of the year.
Yeah. So at the beginning of this year, we did a podcast where we were talking about our most anticipated TV shows and movies for the entire year. And we're going to talk about if some of them fall flat or if they exceeded our expectations. Or if we watched...
Yeah, no, going through this, I'm like, oh, there are some I didn't watch. Whoops.
Not only didn't watch, didn't even come out this year.
We'll talk about that. I did organize this, I think, by the ones that we shared.
Yes.
So I think I got that right. I honestly didn't pay attention enough, like, when I was going through this, but...
Do you want to start out with those?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Should we
just start right off the bat?
Yeah.
Number one? Okay. Oh, wait. Do you want to also, like, read our, like, review or letterbox reviews, too?
Ooh, that's fun.
Okay. So, our most anticipated for the year was Jurassic World Dominion.
Can I just say, I loved when we're like, you will never guess, like, what our most anticipated is for the year. And Fran's like, Lily Blonde 3. I'm like, no, girl, you won't guess it.
Nope.
It is not. We are dino fans at heart, man.
We are.
Speaking of which, remind me to show you, my mom got me a blue ornament, and he sits at the top of my little mini Christmas tree like a little tree topper.
Stop, I love that.
I love him. He's adorable.
Yeah, so Jurassic World Dominion. Still wild that we saw that together.
I know.
And the fact that was this year.
This year is insane. Like, I just, like, keep seeing all these posts of, like, people reflecting back on 2022, and I'm just like, so much happened.
Betty White almost died a year ago. How wild is that?
I still remember exactly where it was.
Yeah.
When did Bob Saget died in January.
Like January, yeah. This year was wild.
This year was so insane. I also didn't realize that And Just Like That happened in 2021.
Yeah.
Like, for some reason, that feels super recent and everything else feels super old.
There was stuff that, like, was on my list that I forgot I even watched this year.
Yeah.
Because it was so long ago.
There's so much going on.
Truly.
I mean, really, you can watch our review on Jurassic Dominion. We kind of were on, like, a high after it, though, so...
No, we were on, like, a low, and then when it brought it back up to a high, thanks to my brother, that explained the entire movie.
Shout out to him.
I haven't watched it since that.
I've watched it once. I, like, rewatched it, like, after I got home. I watched it on the 15th. We watched it on the 9th.
Okay.
So, like, literally, like, 3 days
really
after touching back in home, I'm like, time to go see a movie.
I feel like I need to rewatch it now to, like, fully...
I mean, let's be real, the shining star of it is just Laura Dern.
Yeah.
As always.
And... Oh my god,
and the Alan and Ellie kiss.
Yes, that, thank you. The character names just always
I just remember, like, for like a week, I was just like coasting off of this one really shitty TikTok video of it.
Oh yeah.
Just like to
saved in my phone.
Oh, absolutely same.
Just in case if I ever want to rewatch it again.
I just remember like us, like, when that happened, just like squeezing each other.
I was like, oh my god, it's
it was amazing.
Yeah, so like initially I was a little let down.
Yeah.
I think we both were.
Yes. I think
me a little more than you.
Yeah, I had a bit more than you. I gave it 3.5 right off the bat.
I gave it 2.5 and I bumped it up to another star because of
I bumped it up
when we fully
I bumped it up to 4 when I saw it again.
Yeah.
Because like having the second knowledge, and I'm like, okay, I can see this from a different lens now.
Yeah. So
it's not a perfect movie, but like,
yeah,
it's not. Although maybe I'll watch it a third time and I'll be like, no, back down to 3.5.
Very true.
Who even knows?
It could happen.
I have a very long review for it, so like
I have my first initial review and then an updated part.
Okay.
After the movie was explained to us. I feel so stupid for not having to get the movie explained to us. But this is what happened when you change actors. I don't recognize names.
And also just like I guess, yeah, like we all love Jurassic Park, but like it wasn't explicitly stated that that's what was happening. And honestly, the bias and stuff in the original Jurassic Park is so small.
So small.
It's like that one little scene at the beginning, and I'm gonna admit something. I kind of skip the beginning sometimes.
Yeah.
I kind of skip to when, like...
Sometimes I forget that scene happens.
Me too. I couldn't tell you.
To be fair, they also did have to change the actor because the original actor was arrested for sexual assault.
Yeah.
Or something. He's arrested.
Yeah.
He's a perv.
Yeah.
So I totally get why you had to change the actor, but at least, like, let me know.
Yeah. Or maybe, like, just, like, give, like, a little, like, flashback scene or something.
Yeah. Or so I could remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd even take, like, a throwaway line of them being like, oh my god, biosin, that's the thing that happened in 40 years ago or however long it was. Like, just something. Was it 30?
Yeah. 92, yeah, 30.
30. It has it. Jurassic Park is turning 30 this year.
It did turn 30 this year.
No, it's 93.
I thought it was 92. Okay, so 30. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I just know because I'm doing a article on movies that are turning big
30.
names. Yeah.
Oh
Or
God,
no, 23 movies having big anniversary. So stay tuned for that on Collider, guys. Shameless self-plug.
We love
to see it.
Do you want to read your review first, or
I'll read my second review because it's less jumbled.
Okay.
Yeah, because my first watch, I'm just like, oh my god, I loved seeing Ellie and Alan and Malcolm. I almost said Jeff. So I said, I'm bumping up my rating upon a second watch. Now having the knowledge of how this ties in with the original Jurassic Park, I found the movie a lot more clever this time around. It still has its flaws, of course, and at times it can feel all over the place. And yeah, I stand by the fact that this would work better as a middle movie. But I can't deny how emotionally impacted I felt as soon as those credits rolled. That last shot is breathtaking. The swell of the original theme throughout the film gave me goosebumps. And of course, seeing the OG cast reunite, well, that just meant everything to me. Honorary 5 stars for Ellie Sattler and Ellie Sattler alone.
Yes.
Honestly, for Laura Dern's ass, it deserves 6 stars.
It does. It does.
I think that was like one of the first things we said to her. Is your ass always been this nice?
Yeah. The pants really did it. Okay, my review says, for an ending of a trilogy, you think you would have went out with a little bit bigger of a bang and would have focused more on the dinosaurs, but can I really complain that much when I got the best trio in cinematic history back, parallels to Jurassic Park 1993, and Ellie Allen kissed almost 30 years in the making? And then my update. After learning the Dodgson was in Jurassic Park, and biosin has been around since the very first movie as well, I bumped up my rating. It should have been addressed better in the film, especially if you haven't read the book where biosin is clearly mentioned. It would have helped the viewer realize how it was all connected. Still wasn't in love with the bug storyline, and still felt like it could have been a second movie instead of the end of a trilogy.
Yeah. I think that's the thing. It was like really catered to
the book.
Fans of the book.
Yeah.
And I read the book. I don't think I finished the book. But I was younger when I read the book, and I skipped all the stuff that wasn't dinosaurs.
Fair.
That's what I was reading Jurassic Park for. I didn't want to know the entire way they created this dinosaur. Also, it's such a long book, and it's really small words. Like, it's a lot to read.
My brother read it, and
yeah, I think your mom said he like took it out like so many times.
Yes, because it is so thick, and like you said, the words are like that big.
And there's just a lot to read.
It's also very sciencey, like you said.
That's
like,
exactly it.
Skipped a lot that wasn't happening.
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't understand what this is. Like, just give me the stuff I know.
Yeah, exactly.
And when those parts came, they were good. But it is baffling to like see a movie be made on a book that is like so wordy and so sciencey, and like just have like this absolute masterpiece come out of it. Because that is not like, I guess like the entire concept like does make it movie worthy, but like reading it, you're just like, how did someone read this and go, movie
just
because there's so much going on.
Yeah.
I also learned from your brother coming in that I had been saying Michael Crichton's name wrong the entirety of my life. I've been calling him Michael Crichton. It's not, apparently.
It's okay. I say everyone's name wrong.
Yeah.
Just see me say some of my patients and doctors' names. I'm like, Dr. Like, and then they say it. They're like, I'm like, yeah, that one. Thank you. So your overall rating was a 4?
I bumped up to a 4.
Okay, mine was a 3.5.
Yeah.
Still,
I think
not bad.
No.
I wanted to give it a 5.
Yeah.
But, I mean, was it really ever going to be a 5?
No. None of these movies, except for the first one, are truly a full 5 stars.
Yeah.
Some of them get close, but none are true 5 stars.
Nope.
Except for the original. I will say, as cheesy as it sounds, it'll always be a movie that I have a very special memory of, at least. So, because like getting to see that with you was like really, really cool.
It was. Still wild. Still kind of forget it happens sometimes.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'll go back through the pictures. I'm like, oh my god, me and Alexie actually hung out.
Yeah, major life events, I just forget. Like meeting Machen, like I forget it happened.
Or
I didn't really meet her in
this year.
Room. Oh my god, no, that was like 2019.
I was talking about the Zoom.
Okay, I was talking Comic-Con.
Okay, no. I was talking to Zoom. That's when you like met her.
Once again, erased from my memory. That was 2021.
Oh god.
Wild, man. Speaking of Machen,
that's the next one on our list. It didn't come out. It got a name change.
It did.
Yeah, it got its name changed to like my name is. It's either my name is ... or my name is something, and I can't remember what it is.
Since when did it get a name change?
A few months ago. Yeah.
What's the holds up with this movie, though?
I have no idea. I know they just went through like the final. I think they just had a premiere for it, for like the cast and crew. So like I'm assuming it's hopefully coming out soon, but also I feel like you have to find like distributors and stuff, and I don't know.
It's literally not even in her Wikipedia.
Fine.
Fine.
I am still looking forward to that. Just for
so am I, but I was really confused because didn't they take it to a film festival?
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know.
We should know that any of Machen's projects that she works on
take forever. Yeah. And with the connections she has, you wouldn't think they would.
Yeah, no.
She's like BFFs with David Lynch.
Right?
So, but it's fine.
And then I was also thinking today.
What?
I was thinking today about her the Don't Mind Me podcast that had 5 episodes.
Just like never came back.
Just Machen's brand.
I love her. I love her so much. I feel like I've just like fallen out of my Machen phase this year just because like there's been nothing really going on, and obviously I fell headfirst into a Winona Ryder hole. You fell headfirst into a Mariska Hargitay. Yeah. So like it's been a big year, but she's always gonna have my heart.
Yeah, no, she always has a special place there.
Like every time I get a post notification, I'm like it's still that same adrenaline rush. Yeah.
I just don't post anything about her anymore.
No. I miss her.
I did when she started liking and retweeting like tweets the other day. I was like, wow, I missed this. Buzz. Yeah.
Because she's not even on social media anymore, which like is healthy. I wish I could say I could do that, but I can't. No, I miss her though.
No way.
Her fans kind of suck sometimes, so I don't blame her. But
it also sucks that I feel like she's not even on Riverdale anymore.
No,
like
I really hope she's filming. Going to be. Yeah, she's been home a lot.
Yeah, which is really concerning. It's fine. Maybe she's
Machen and Floyd air in 2023. Please and thanks.
Please. Get her in another comedy, please.
Get her in something that she's gonna.
White Lotus season 3.
She would work so well on White Lotus.
Especially because there are a lot of like actors
Yeah.
But aren't like top tier.
Yeah.
Like Audrey and Jennifer Coolidge were this season where like you knew of them. But then there was like Michael Imperioli, who hasn't been really big since the 90s. There was
Theo James, who like I only know from Divergent.
Yeah.
Like just like
just like small people, and I was like,
She would
okay,
fit really well in that.
she would. Connie is apparently coming back for season 3. That's a rumor.
I need to watch season 2.
Yes, you do.
I don't care to watch season 1 really. But...
Well, Connie is in season 1. Maybe. What's our next one?
Scream 5.
That I can't believe that was this year as well.
I think that was the first big
first
release.
Yeah, no, it was.
That was like because we were still in lockdown here when that came out, so it didn't come to my theater on time.
Yeah, and
it got spoiled for me. The big thing got spoiled for me before. I'm still holding a grudge against the person who did that. So it got spoiled for me, and I had to watch it like on this really seedy, like mega file Google Drive cam recorded video at the theater. It was terrible. Yeah. Not the movie, but like the quality. But then I got to go see it in theaters like 3 times after that when it actually came in. When did I get to see it in theaters? I think I saw it like the week it came in theaters here.
Did I not give this movie a review?
I don't know.
Oh my god, I didn't.
When did this movie come out?
20 January of like something.
Okay, so I watched it January 17th the first time, and then the second time I got to actually rewatch it was February 13th. So like I had to wait a while for this movie to see it in good quality. I'm still really divisive about this movie. But I've also just come to realize... What's that?
I still can't believe I just didn't give this movie a review. But I think this one I first got Letterboxd.
I think so,
like,
too.
I don't want to give a review.
Yeah, I think I kind of bullied you into getting Letterboxd in a way. I'm like, okay, dude, if we're having this podcast, gotta see what you're thinking about movies.
It's okay. It's fine.
It was willing bullying. Yeah, no, I'm still conflicted about this movie, but I've also just come to the conclusion, and like nobody like flame me for this because I still love them. But Scream, I've just realized, is not my favorite horror franchise, and I don't think it should be a franchise. So I feel like that was part of my
shameless plug to Sam's Collider article.
Yeah, read my Collider article where I say this didn't need sequels. I think the sequels are fine, but like I think especially with this one, it could have just easily been updated for a modern day audience and not focus so heavily on bringing back the legacy characters.
Especially when you kill one of them.
Yeah. I am happy we got MILF Nev and Courtney, and Courtney's outfits were fire. But I'm talking about this like I hated this movie. I gave it 3.5.
I gave it 4. I wish I now rewatched this movie during Halloween.
Did I give it? I could have sworn I either bumped it up or down.
I think you bumped it up.
I feel like I did. I think I gave it 3 the original time. And I feel like I bumped it up to 3.5. I will say my favorite part about it is that the main character's name is Samantha, and so I get to hear Ghostface say, "Hello, Samantha," constantly.
Wait, no.
What?
You gave it 3.5.
I think this was before I realized that I could just give different ratings for different watches. So I just originally went back and like changed all of my review ratings.
I gotcha.
Yeah. I kind of did like I have
Sam,
again
how
a really
many watches did you do?
I think I watched this
3
times.
different reviews.
Yeah, I gave it 3 different watches. Because the first time I watched it like crappily, the second time I watched it with my mom, and the third time my cousin wanted to see it, and she's like 13, so I'm like, okay, I have to go with you.
Yeah.
My first review though is really, really long, but I gave like 3 big points, and I said this feels like a sequel, and I mean that as in it didn't really do anything original, and they focused too heavily on concentrating it or connecting it back to the first movie when there was so much room to do something new and exciting. And that even the killers were like near carbon copies. And then I said not enough screen time for the legacy characters, and no one is particularly likable besides Randy's niece and nephew. So I'm excited for Scream 6, despite the fact that Nev got absolutely shafted. But
yeah, it's okay. She's employed.
She's
That's all that
employed.
matters.
we love to see it. But pay Nev Campbell what she deserves. That's
For real.
all I gotta say about that.
We'll do the 2 other movies because there's some TV shows. Disenchanted,
Yes.
which we just
We
fairly
just
knew in our
reviewed
heads.
that.
Yeah.
I don't want to just say like plug to each of our episodes because that kind
Yeah.
of defeats the purpose of doing this. Where is that?
Um,
I think mainly just like the big thought with that is that it healed our inner child and pleased our inner child, but it was a letdown.
even though I gave it 4 stars.
I gave
But
it
my inner child gave it 4 stars.
that yeah.
Yeah, it was mostly when stuff from our childhood gets remade, I'm not looking at it as like a new movie. I'm thinking of it as nostalgia purposes.
Yeah.
And this satisfied my nostalgia purpose. If I like didn't like Enchanted as a child and I watched this, I probably would have given it a lower rating.
I agree.
But since I loved Enchanted so much as a child and I was waiting for how many freaking years for a sequel, and then they finally came out and it was good.
It was good. That's the thing. It's not a bad movie.
No.
It just changed. It was a very different. They went musical, and it didn't need to be a musical.
Yeah.
And I think that was just what hurt it the most.
And coming from someone that loves musicals,
yeah.
there's no need for it.
See, and that's the thing. I'm not a musical fan, so the fact that you agreed with that and gave me the warning ahead of time, I think, like, just kind of shows like it didn't need that.
2 or 3 songs, maybe 4, but
yeah,
I felt like it was like 7, 8 songs.
It was a lot,
not needed.
And they weren't that good.
Especially when like half the cast can't actually sing.
I know.
Stop making your cast sing when they can't really sing. At the Riverdale.
Yeah, even though those are my guilty pleasure episodes.
I know.
Another one was that we just recently did was Dead to Me season 3.
Wait, I said let's finish the movies.
Oh, sorry. I think that was the last one.
No, there's one more.
It didn't come out. Sorry. Legally
Exactly.
Back 3 didn't come out.
I don't know when this movie. Did they even film this movie?
I have no idea.
I don't think they did. I don't think it's coming out next year either. Maybe in the 2024.
I wouldn't even be surprised if it doesn't come. Like, at this point, I don't know what's going on. Like,
I think they're waiting for Jennifer Coolidge to be done with whatever she's doing. But now that White Lotus is over, she totally can.
Yeah. I'll be real. I don't particularly care. I want to see it if it happens.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
if it wasn't to come out, I'm not going to be heartbroken.
Yeah, I've come to even more of a hatred for sequels this year because I feel like I've been let down by a lot of stuff that are sequels. And so I just feel like I've been burned so many times that, like, just don't take another piece of my childhood or like a all-time favorite movie and just fumble the bag again.
Yeah. No, I don't blame you.
So.
Especially, is Mindy Kaling writing the 3rd one?
I think so. Technically, this is number 4 because we have Legally Blondes. The best Legally Blonde sequel.
Okay. I just want to double check. We're on the same page with that one.
Yeah. It's amazing. I actually very much unironically love that movie.
No, it's like so good.
It's too good. It's like one of those movies that, like, when you see them fix up their uniforms, it just like tickles a part of my brain that's like pure nostalgia, and I'm just like, ah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's all the movies that we both were looking forward to, though. I guess we'll start with it's the first one on the list. So Dead to Me season 3, which we also just covered.
So Dead to Me season 3 was probably one of the biggest flops of the year.
Can't believe that show only got 2 seasons. What an absolute train wreck.
Oh, wow.
It still baffles me that, like, that's what they did for the ending. Like, it angers me. Because, like, I go back, I'm like, oh my god, Linda Cardellini, my baby, Julie Hale, like, I love you, you're a precious little bean. And I'm like, oh, yeah, you fucking ruined my life with this show. Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
The funniest thing is the trailer didn't even allude to that in the slightest.
No. It really didn't.
No.
God damn it. I feel like that's like the show, like everyone just stopped talking about the show. They're like,
Yeah,
it's fine.
yeah.
It's over. We no longer claim it.
For a show that definitely deserves a lot of praise, nobody talked about it, and I think that's really telling. Yeah. I know the writer of the show wanted to tell this story because it's like personal to her, but like this isn't maybe the show you do that on.
Yeah, no. Netflix hates lesbians, so it's fine.
Yeah, we know that.
Yep. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of hating lesbians, The Wild season 2, not coming back for season 3.
When I need answers, but because everyone shit on it,
yeah,
because they added boys.
Season 2 was not bad. It had its problems by far. The most annoying part is that it wasn't a bad season. It had its problems, and it had that one scene that definitely shouldn't have been added at all.
Yeah.
But the addition of the boys, yeah, I tried to forget about that. The addition of the boys wasn't as bad as everybody was making it out to be. And I get that it's a female-led show, but also this is like an experiment thing. So I guess it kind of just made sense to me that there was going to be a whole other separate group.
Yeah.
But we'll never know why she was doing these tests because y'all decided to hate on it so much and get it canceled.
It was so annoying.
I guess we can't entirely blame it on the people, but like also like it got such bad reviews just because people couldn't get past the fact that they had added male characters.
Just so annoying.
And it ended on such a cliffhanger.
It really did.
Do I think it needed the men? No. Would I maybe preferred it without it? Yeah. But like it didn't ruin it for me.
No, it didn't. I liked it.
Yeah.
I really did.
I liked season 1 more.
Yeah.
But I want to know how it ends. And given that I think it was only probably going to have one more season, I wish they would have just let it come out. It's really annoying that it isn't.
I hate it when shows end on cliffhangers and then they don't get picked up for another season. Like, at least get them one more season.
Give them, or even like a couple more episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just frustrating, but I've been disappointed with a lot of things this year, so I guess it's not even like surprising.
Yeah, not. But
again, The Wild doesn't feel like it came out this year, though.
No, it really doesn't. When did it come out?
That was such a blip in time. That was like another. Yeah, I feel like because that was another show that I feel like people just stopped talking about really, really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bring them back. That's fine.
The next show is one I only watched an episode of.
It's fine. I can talk about it.
Okay. Hit us with it. Yes.
So first off, Monarch was supposed to come out in January.
Yeah.
They got pushed back to the fall.
I watched our like video on it where we started talking about that, and we're like, oh yeah, we're gonna like review this in January when it comes out, and then I'm like, Alexie just finished this.
Yeah. Because it was like, I think it was supposed to come out at the end of January, and then I was like, I haven't seen anything about it. Let me go check. And they're like, no, it's been pushed back to a fall premiere. I was like, bruh, you kidding me?
I guess it fit better that way, but like vibe-wise.
Yeah, vibe-wise, probably. But
I wonder if that's gonna get a season 2.
So I want to be completely honest. I took a FaceTime call during the finale. So I missed some parts of it.
Okay.
Does it need a season 2? I'm not really sure. I think they wrapped it up pretty much to if they don't get a season 2, it's fine. Was there a little bit of a cliffhanger? Yeah, but you could totally just ignore that part and then just stick to
okay.
It ended with like all of them, like the girls going on tour and then a little bit of a cliffhanger. So if you end it with all the girls on the bus going on tour, you're good. You're fine.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting it to be Nashville, but it really wasn't like Nashville. It was a lot more drama.
I feel like Nashville. It was like a Nashville-esque dynasty.
Yes. I've never seen Dynasty, but
Neither
yes.
have I, but like just from everything I know about it, it feels like Dynasty.
It does.
That's what I'm named after, so I want to watch that show.
We love it.
I like to say I'm named after Heather Locklear for that reason.
You are.
I am. She's
I
my
will
godmother,
say-
guys.
You wish.
I do.
So Nashville had like their own original songs. Monarch didn't do that. They covered a lot of songs, but with Trace Adkins, they did write some songs for him, and where he might have wrote songs for the show.
Did they sing any classic Trace songs?
No.
Missed opportunity.
He did sing Friends in Low Places though.
Oh, that's kind of everything. I think you sent that to me.
Yeah. But no Trace songs. It's fine.
That's dumb.
I was expecting it, but it's fine. Also, they really bait you with Susan Sarandon. I feel like they've been doing that a lot. Like even last year when I started watching. Last year when I started watching Big Sky, Ryan Phillip. Is it Philip or Felipe?
I always say Felipe, but I don't know if that's right.
Okay, whatever. So he's
Ryan.
like on all the posters.
Ex Reese Witherspoon.
Yes. He's in all the posters and was in the trailer and dies at the end of the first episode. Sorry, spoiler warning.
Yeah.
Same thing happens with
I feel like you've
Susan.
spoiled that show a million times on this podcast. It doesn't really matter.
I definitely have. Same thing happens with Susan. She does pop up now and then as flashbacks. I feel like there was also a lot going on. Maybe I just didn't pay enough attention. But I will say the best thing out of the entire show
was so unexpected.
Which really shouldn't have been unexpected. There were so many hints toward it. But Marsha Cross made an appearance, and let me tell you, the scream I let out.
The scream I let out when you sent it to me, I'm like, no way.
So Marsha's friends with the girl who's like the main daughter. And I thought she was just posting it to hype her up. But I was like, even when she started posting about it, I was like, she's going to be in the show. And then I kind of forgot about it. And then they brought her character in. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. So thank you.
More Marsha Cross on my TV, please and thank you.
Please.
Add her to the White Lotus. Her and Dana Delaney.
They would eat.
They
could finally be a lesbian couple.
Exactly.
Mike White.
They'd actually fit in so well because you could just give them the Catherine and Brie persona and put them in there and it's like perfect. And Dana's on a pretty big TV show at the moment.
She is.
So give her the praise she needs. Get her on the White Lotus with Marsha. And Machen.
They both would love it.
They would. They'd have a blast.
They really would.
This is one I sorry. No. I thought we were done.
No. It wasn't.
What would you rate it out of 5?
Probably like 2.5, 3.
Ooh.
It was like good, but it wasn't like pulling me in like Nashville did.
Okay.
But Nashville also took me some time to get into.
Nashville does take a minute to get into.
So I started it before and I stopped because I was like not really feeling it.
It takes a bit. It takes like a few episodes. Like mid-season is where it picks up.
It's also sometimes really hard to judge a show on their first season because it's not that great.
Yeah, because it's a lot of setup.
Yeah.
When these characters are already introduced to you, it's easier to like do something. Mm-hmm.
It's very rare for a first season to be like amazing and just keep going up from there. So we'll see. We'll see if it gets picked up. Mm-hmm. Also, the actors really weren't big names too.
Yeah.
Like, obviously Trace and Susan, but
which I think is okay. Like I feel like they did really well for not being all that known.
Yeah, we'll see if it gets to season 2. If it doesn't, I'm okay with it.
Okay. I'll have to binge it.
Yes, you will.
Yeah. Speaking of things that don't feel like they came out this year, I don't remember watching
That-
Why Women Kill this year.
Because it didn't.
It didn't?
No.
Why was it on our list?
It was most anticipated for this year because it didn't get canceled until this year.
Oh. Oh. That makes more sense. I'm like, I don't remember watching this year.
Nope.
It feels so long ago. Did we do a review of that?
No, that came out in the
Okay.
summer of 2021.
I'm just.
But we did talk about it in our Wrapped because Miss Queen Alma Philcott was one of my favorite TV characters of the year.
That's why I thought we had talked about it. Okay.
So,
anyway, it got canceled. It's not coming back. And I'm pissed. And I forgot it got canceled. And I'm pissed.
why
I don't even know why.
Because it was on Paramount Plus. No one fucking wants to watch shows that are only on stupid streaming services.
I'm sorry, Paramount Plus kind of sucks.
Yes, no, it does.
It's such a pain in the ass.
Yes,
also, the Paramount channel kind of sucks because it's the same commercials that are like 5 minutes long each.
Oh, we love that.
I refuse to watch anything on that channel. I actually have the biggest grudge against it.
If like it was put on like Hulu,
Yeah,
would ate it up.
oh my god, they would have loved it. Don't put anything on Netflix, but yeah, Hulu.
Yeah, Hulu loves the lesbians.
I remember like when I was watching back our video, I said I wanted like a 60s, 70s time period, and I'm really mad I'm not going to get that. So
Mark Cherry.
I will personally fund this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm angry.
I watched a little bit of our most anticipated, and at the end I talked about a Desperate Housewives reboot.
I know, I was going to add that, but I'm like, do we add that?
Mark Cherry, just come back to me. Give me a
Please.
middle-aged
Now that you're not working on
housewives.
Why Women Kill, it's time to give us Desperate Housewives.
Or just like any middle-aged storyline.
Honestly, he just writes drama for middle-aged women so well.
He does.
All I need. Too well. He's amazing. I love him. Mark, come on the podcast.
A king.
Yeah. That's all the ones that we well, okay. We technically have two that were on your list, but are ones that I did watch this year, so I guess we can talk about them as together. I guess three technically. Stranger Things.
3/4?
Yeah, 3/4.
Okay.
Let's talk about Stranger Things first. Because I feel like that was
Stranger Things first.
What?
You can talk about it first. Because
Okay.
it became your entire personality.
It became my entire personality. So I forget why I watched it. I think it was because you wanted to
watch it.
Yeah, you wanted to record season 4 review.
Because
so I watched.
It was gonna be big.
Yeah, it was gonna be big. I watched it. I binged it in like a week. I fell in love with Winona Ryder. Jopper became my entire personality. Stranger Things became my entire personality, and
You're welcome.
yeah, thank you. It was the biggest part of my life this year, apparently. Like, it's crazy to me. Like, I think I watched it in
June, because it came out July 4th weekend, I'm pretty sure.
No, part 2 came out in July 1st because it came off on Canada Day.
Oh, yeah, and we also got Stranger Things shirts together.
Yeah.
So it came out in May, Memorial Day weekend. It always comes out on like an American holiday.
That's weird, but it's fine.
It really is.
But yeah, so it was like near the beginning of the year, and it like has just like remained steady on my mind constantly.
Yeah, it has.
Which is really fun. I'm really sad I wasn't like invested in this prior, but
I don't know. Like, I remember you said that you were watching it with the girl you babysat for, and then like just stopped watching it
because she watched season 2 without me, and I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna watch it now. Like, you already kind of like caught up without me, and I was watching it with you, and then I just never got around to it.
I gotcha.
Which is funny because like also like it's such up my alley.
Yeah.
So anyway, excited for season 5.
Yeah.
I also just
that's
like
coming out in 24 though, right?
I think so. I hope so.
Yeah. That's what I think I've read.
I also like some people will post like the Jobber stills. And I just remember exactly where I was when those came out. I was sitting in a mall food court with you eating Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
That's like a core memory for me now.
I don't even remember that.
No, it's just like you're literally like Sam.
I love that.
It was amazing. It's like such a core memory for me every time I see this picture. I'm like, okay.
And we bought our Hellfire shirts right before that. Wow. We're truly a time.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had just ordered our Hellfire shirts, I think. Crazy.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Stranger Things season 4, met the love of my life, Eddie Munson. Thank you. I appreciate you.
I
find a way to
really met
bring
the
him
love
back
of
to
our
life.
life.
Oh my god, I forgot about that too.
Me
even though that
too,
didn't.
man.
So wild that was this year. How is this year?
Right. It doesn't feel right.
No, it doesn't.
I'm telling you, so much happened.
It's wild.
It's crazy.
Truly. Wednesday. What we just reviewed Wednesday.
We just reviewed Wednesday. A lot of these we just reviewed. Like a lot of things didn't come out till the end of this year.
Yeah, I feel like that always fucking happens. But Wednesday, I remember specifically just mentioning Wednesday for Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I wonder if so and so could play Morticia. And you're like, no, that's the best part. Catherine Zeta-Jones is playing Morticia.
Is playing Morticia for the 5 minutes she was in the fucking series. It's fine. I like. Is it gonna get picked up for season 2? Like, people say that it already is, which I don't think is true. I think they've talked about like a season 2, like the writers.
I don't think it is yet. It doesn't.
It doesn't need a season 2 unless you're gonna give me more Catherine.
They do say they want to focus more on the actual like family in season 2. So
then give it to me.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as you give me Catherine, we're good. We're fine.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
That's all I want. We did get Christina Ricci, which was nice.
Yeah,
yeah, no, we got a lot more Christina than I expected us to.
Ever expected.
Which I liked. I really liked her character. But again, if you want like a fully in-depth thing, go to that podcast because we talked so much about it.
We did. We did. Next one is
Ted Lasso season 3, which didn't come out, and we have heard nothing on it. We did rewatch it together.
We did. We did.
That was a fun moment.
Yeah.
Did you watch Yellow Jackets this year?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so I was gonna say it wouldn't be on.
No.
Here.
I literally watched it like 6 days into the new year.
That'll be on the most anticipated of this year coming.
Hell yeah, it will be.
Can
we talk about that?
I know, right?
And then our other one that we shared in common, Hocus Pocus.
Which
2.
is, I did say in the episode that I would give it a try when it came out. I would give the original another try, and I did. And I liked Hocus Pocus 2 better. Hocus Pocus 1 kind of sucks.
Which is fine.
Again, we did a video on it.
Yes.
We did review a lot of these. I'm kind of impressed with us. We reviewed a lot of TV shows.
We did.
A lot more than the movies.
Really?
The only movies I know of that we reviewed was Hocus Pocus 2 and Halloween Ends. That are on this list.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and Jurassic Scream Disenchanted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, what are you talking
but
about?
Still, like, I don't know. Anyway, shut up.
Yeah, you can watch our Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, I don't have much to say about Hocus Pocus. It was fine.
Yeah.
The Walgreens scene is stellar. And was the best part.
It was. I think we talk about Halloween Ends.
Oh yeah, because I did get you to watch that.
Yeah.
You got me to watch Hocus Pocus 2. I got you to watch not all of them. 3 of the Halloween movies. This was the 4th one.
Oh no, I didn't watch the second one. I apologize.
I was gonna say, I'm like, when? Why wasn't I notified?
I'm sorry. I forgot.
Yeah, actually let me this was one of the most disappointing of the year for me, which was so sad. I think. Yeah,
well, I was different because you really liked Halloween Kills and I hated it.
Yes.
And I liked Halloween Ends and you hated Halloween Ends.
I didn't hate it, but it very much was disappointing.
This 1 star.
What?
Gave this movie 1 star.
You did? Oh my god. That's amazing. I really like this movie. I gave it 1 star. I ended up giving it 3, which was a very generous 3 and very painful at the same time to give.
I remember this movie.
What?
I remember this movie now.
You don't remember it?
Yeah.
It's because it's not very memorable. Didn't have a lot of Jamie. It had that like other weird kid on the bike. I don't think you watched a lot of it. I think you said you tuned out a lot.
Oh, I remember. It's coming back to me now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
This is the longest review I've ever given a movie. I was pissed off. So I won't bore you with reading it, but again, this is where I say I'm very anti-sequel most of the time, and I think this movie really just solidified that I'm just really
there's about
over sequels.
20 million sequels.
And it was so promising, and it just really, really, really let me down. The ending was great, where they actually, like, spoiler alert, kill Michael and, like, toss him in a whole thing. Your review literally says they gave him a ding dong, the witch is dead style exit, which is exactly what they did, and it was amazing. But they severely underused my girl Jamie. Girl Jamie! Hello! She deserved better. Yeah, so basically I'm just pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe we gave it 1 star.
It's kind of funny.
It is, actually.
Giving it 3 was very generous. And I think I gave it 3 for Michael for what he was there and Lori for what she was there. I literally started this is long and I apologize, but I'm also not sorry because I have a bone to pick with David Gordon Green.
Fair enough.
So read on, please. Yeah. Honestly, my October watches were pretty good. That might be one of the worst ones. Yeah. That is where I think we don't have any more in common now.
Yeah, no, I think we're good now.
Okay.
But you know what's kind of funny?
What?
Out of the 5 you have left, you only watched 2 of them.
I know. I have reasons.
You have... Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Should I go first? Because I have a lot. I can roll through mine pretty fast. Sure. Where the Crawdads Sing. I read the book during the pandemic. It took me a while to get through it. And I think
this was one I was waiting for your opinion on before I watched it, and I didn't end up watching it because
that's fine.
Yeah, it was very mediocre. You said it.
Totally fine. Yes, it was. I think I said it in our review too, or when we were doing our most anticipated, that I'm a little optimistic going into movies that are based on books because I'm interested to see how they adapt it and like what other people think. But this movie did not hit the nail on the head at all. It was visually very, very nice.
Yeah, like I feel like you can't not with the set they had.
Yeah. But it felt like they dragged out parts that were not necessary and rushed the parts that should have been spent more time on. Where's my review? I gave this movie 2 stars.
I get this movie needing to be a movie because it wouldn't have worked as a TV show, but also like
it's also very controversial because the woman who wrote this book is like a killer.
God damn. It. I will.
Yeah, so my review for the movie is the cinematography and the scenery were the best part of this movie. Like the book, it started out slow for me. The book eventually picked up, but this movie just dragged on, and the most important part of the movie was rushed at the end. I did get choked up a few times throughout the film, but it wasn't anything spectacular.
That kind of sucks.
It did suck. Especially because, like, the best part of the book, they just didn't put in.
What part?
Okay, so spoiler alert, she actually winds up committing the murder. And
I feel like I remember reading the actual like entire like plot of the story because I was just curious. But I don't remember that.
Yes. So she's on trial and she's like, I didn't do it. Years later, she winds up passing and her husband finds something hidden underneath the floorboards of their house where she explains the entire murder and how she got away with it. And it was very rushed over, and I wish they would have shown like flashbacks of her actually committing it. Because even when I was reading the book, I was like, there was a little bit of speculation. I was like, if anyone's going to get away with this murder, it's her. And during the movie, I didn't get that vibe.
Okay.
Which is fine. Like, it's a mystery, so like maybe you don't want to get that vibe.
I wonder how my opinion would be as someone who hasn't read the book. Like, I just wonder what it would be like for somebody who hasn't read the book compared to someone who had.
Yeah, it's always interesting too, depending on if you read the book first or if you watch the movie first. Like, when I watched Little Fires Everywhere, I loved the book. I think the book did a better job at explaining some things. There was a whole section, Reese actually responded to my tweet about this, where in the book they don't explain Reese's character's past, but in the show they do. So I did like that, but the way that the book ended and the way that the show ended, the book ended way better.
Okay.
It was way more emotional. I rarely cry at books. That book made me cry at the end. It really hit. What are other books that I've read that
I'm currently reading The Virgin Suicides still. And I actually so far I'm liking the movie better, but like maybe it's just because I loved that movie and how visually pretty it was.
Yeah.
But like the book goes into so much detail that I feel like they're both surprisingly on par with each other. But like I feel like the movie feels more personal to everyone. Like I feel like I get a better glimpse of everyone, whereas the book, I guess both the book and movie feel very centered on like the one sister, Lux, but the book feels more all about her rather than the movie. So like I feel like I almost prefer the movie in that situation. The movie, and obviously I saw the movie first, so like it's
the book it's so hard because like obviously with the movie you're able to visualize it and you don't need that much detail into describing things, but that's sometimes why I like the book better, is because they take so much time describing like certain scenery,
especially
or
when it's like
character.
A movie like Where the Crawdads Sing, where it's like a mystery thriller kind of thing.
Yeah, what was that? It was 9 Perfect Strangers. I also read the book before watching the series and I liked the book way better, but also the series ended differently than the book. Also, just don't fucking change it.
Don't change
the moral of the story.
You don't need to.
Don't change it. Moral of the story: don't change endings. There's a lot of stuff on my list that didn't even come out this year. Another one that I watched at the beginning of the year was The Tourist. Literally just watched this for Jamie Dornan.
I was gonna say, is this one with Jamie?
I really don't remember it. I think
I feel like a big part of the reason why we don't remember a lot of these things is because of the fucking 30-day movie challenge that we did, where we watched 1,000,001 things.
God. Yeah, probably. I don't know if The Tourist is getting a season 2, but I think I liked it. I think it was a good mystery. I really don't remember. I wish The Tourist, TV Time was like Letterboxd, where I could write reviews for the whole series or season at least.
I think you can make comments, but
that's a lot of effort. I do. Yeah, this was too long ago for me to remember, but I think I did like it.
I think I remember you liking it.
It was renewed for a season 2, so I will be getting more Jamie Dornan.
That's good. I'm
maybe when it comes out again. Well, when the new season comes out, I'll rewatch.
What was it about again?
Jamie Dornan gets amnesia, and he's trying to remember what happened.
Oh, right.
There was a lot of mystery going on, though. And obviously, because since he has amnesia, he does not remember anything.
Gotcha.
A lot happened. It was very action-y.
Okay.
He had his accent. Say less.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow, I can't believe that I watched that in the beginning of this year. Crazy.
Crazy.
Do you want me to just keep going?
Sure. We'll end with
Um,
mine because like you
okay.
said, I only watched 2 of them. There was not.
Manifest.
Well, actually, sorry. I think there was like a good chunk on my list, but I think we kind of just split them between us
Yeah.
because,
And a lot of mine are TV shows. You don't watch TV shows.
yeah. I did
It
watch
sucks.
I watched a lot of movies this year. I watched
Yeah, you
almost
did.
200.
That's actually insane.
That's insane.
I don't know how you did that.
I don't know. I'm gonna try to hit actually 200 next year, not including rewatches.
That's fair. You could do
Yeah,
it. I feel like you
I
could.
feel like I can do it. I'll
Yeah,
just do like a movie challenge every like 3 months.
Yeah, okay. Crazy. Manifest. So I didn't know they were gonna split up the season.
Yeah, I don't remember hearing you talk about this at all. So
Yeah, it came out in November.
yeah.
They split up the season. So the first part already aired. The second part, I guess I'm assuming is airing next year. I don't remember. Does it say on TV time when it is?
No.
I don't think it does, to be honest. Oh no, it doesn't. That's cool. So Manifest kind of fell short for me the last season, not the one that just started the season before, and that's why it got canceled. And then it got put on Netflix, and everyone started watching it. Season 4 was, I'm trying to think. It was good. The one girl really fucking pisses me off, Angelina. She can die for all I care. I don't even remember if she actually did die, to be honest. It's pretty sad too because the son was dying. I mean, why? I can't remember how the first part ended, but I remember like really confused. I'm like, wait, is this the end? Am I getting more? And I was like, oh shit, no, there's part 2 coming out. So clearly if I was like needed more, I guess the first half of the season was pretty good.
Okay.
But the best part is the mom sucked. The mom is not even in the first half. She's dead, which is great. I think that's why the show was better.
Okay.
I couldn't stand her. There's a lot that goes on in the show. It's kind of like The Tourist, where like there's so much that goes on that like it can go in one ear and right out the other. But I do recommend for anyone to watch Manifest because it is actually really good.
I want to start it.
Yeah, you should.
Okay.
I don't know if you'd like it. No, maybe you would. It's very mind-fucking. It's a little bit of Lost.
Okay. I liked Lost, but
like
Anna Lucia fucking ruined it for me.
Yeah, that's
and then it got absolutely the most sad ending that I've ever seen. So I never wanted to watch that again.
You never made it. I just told you to watch the ending and you
became
fully depressed.
It was just because of the dog.
Just because of the dog? No. Realizing that they were all actually dead is the most depressing thing ever.
Well, yeah, but the dog.
It's fine. How I Met Your Father was actually pleasantly really good. Obviously it's not as good as How I Met Your Mother, but they had so many Easter eggs and cameos. Kyle MacLachlan, Kobe was in it. I was like,
yeah,
okay, I can get on board with this. And season 2 is coming out next month, which I'm really excited about. Know that. I was like random one day they announced it. I was like, oh, and Kim Cattrall was on it, in it.
Oh yeah, I did. I love her.
Hillary is really surprisingly really good. We love a queen. Yeah, I'm excited to watch season 2 as well. And it got picked up for more episodes. It's actually like 22 episodes instead of
that's good.
The normal first season, like 10, 12 episodes.
We need to have more shows do that because these like 8-episode seasons are getting ridiculous.
Especially when you binge them in one day. Yeah. At least like maybe like put them out one a week then.
Yeah. Or even like 2 a week. I don't know, just something to like spread
Yeah.
it out.
Exactly.
Up that hype a little bit. That's what Stranger Things needs to do for season 5.
Yes. Even though I definitely could not binge all of one season in a day.
Yeah.
But yeah, they should do that. Actually, maybe not, because I would get too anxious.
Oh, I mean like doing weekly releases.
No, that would make me too anxious.
Okay. Yeah, actually, no, I feel that. I feel like I just want
with
to see.
comedy shows, yes. With drama shows, maybe not.
Yeah, that's true. But also, it saves me from getting spoiled if I'm a slow watcher.
True. That is very true. The people that can binge watch that in one day, good for you.
Yeah.
Like, I woke up and I swear people watched the whole season. I was like,
right?
How?
And then when I tried to watch part 2 or volume 2, Jopper kissed and threw the whole thing off for me. So like, and it was 6 a.m. at that point.
I was very proud of myself that I did not get a single spoiler
for volume 2.
For either.
I got spoilers for volume 2 just for the Jopper kiss. Okay. And that there were 2
you
of them.
You knew that was happening.
I did, but I didn't know there were going to be 2.
Okay, fair.
And then for part 1, I got spoiled for the hug. So like minor things that weren't that big of a deal.
Is that the hug?
Jopper.
Oh, the ending. Okay, fair. What else do I have? I'm gonna do the ones that I've actually came out. Only Murders in the Building season 2. Oh my god, that feels so long ago too. It was good. I mean, I love Steve Martin and Martin Short.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get you to watch it just solely for them. Even though I don't think you'd like it that much. Season 2 was better. I will say that. I didn't like season 1 as much. Season 2 was better. And
Are they 20-minute episodes? 30?
No, they might be a little bit longer.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe 30, maybe 40. I could be wrong. I don't remember.
I don't know. It's one of those shows that like I feel like I should watch, but like I don't have the desire to.
Yeah.
And I need that like desire to watch something.
I'm trying to think.
Then again, I've been saying I'm gonna watch Will and Grace forever, and I just started watching it, so like maybe that'll be one of those shows.
Maybe. I also saw The Woman That Got Killed on Broadway this summer.
Nice.
And I literally was like screamed at the end. I was like, who killed Bunny? Like, I need to know.
Please tell me.
Yes, she was a queen.
Can we add Plaza Suite to our Wrapped?
We could.
That was a big moment for me.
It was. The day we became SJP stands.
You never thought it would happen.
No. Truly a plot twist. And the only other movie on my list that I actually watched is The Luckiest Girl Alive, which was pretty cool because I actually went to the premiere of it.
Yeah.
What did I give this movie?
I just reread your review for that the other day because when we were doing the movie review challenge, I was going to use that as one of mine.
Really?
But then it ended up didn't working out because I couldn't find any reviews that like kind of threw you off.
Fair enough. Luckiest Girl Alive. Where is this? When did this movie come out? September, October? God damn.
Yeah, it was one of those two.
I gave this movie 3.5 stars. I actually didn't. This movie, okay. This is an example. I didn't read the book going into this movie. It was been on my watch list, but I was like, you know what? My read list. I was like, let me just go in blind. And I feel like it worked out in this case. There's other people there that obviously read the book first.
Yeah.
And I don't think they liked it as much. I could be wrong. But here's my review. I tend to read a novel before seeing the screen adaptation, but for this film I went in completely blind, and I might do that more often. Since I had nothing to compare the film to and didn't set any expectations for the film, I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. I'm not the biggest Mila Kunis fan, but she blew me away with her performance, and Kiara did an incredible job portraying Mila's younger self. My one major complaint is that the ending felt dragged out, but the last 20 minutes were important and moving and necessary to keep in. I'm wondering how this would have turned out if it was picked up as a limited series instead of a film, but either way, this film was a must-watch for book lovers. P.S. Men are trash.
Nice.
Thank you. The movie has to do with essay a little bit.
Yeah.
So.
It's a heavy one. I'm honestly surprised it wasn't a series because I feel like a lot of true crime or like dramas, like crime shows are coming out as limited series lately.
Yeah, it felt very long.
Okay.
So it probably would have done better as
How long was it?
Felt like forever. It was 113 minutes, almost 2 hours.
Yikes.
But it felt longer than that. Still very good.
Okay.
Very good. Like I said, Mila did a really good job. The boy that plays her fiance, I hate him, Finn Wittrock. I just didn't picture them together.
Okay.
Like, they don't look like they would be a couple.
That sucks. I hate when movies do that.
And he was trash too, so.
AKA, men are trash.
Yeah, exactly. Also, Connie was in it, so.
Can't go wrong. Did she have a big part or no?
Yeah, she played Mila's mom.
Oh, okay.
Not like a huge part, but she was in a good portion of it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then the other things that were on my list were Love and Death, which hasn't come out yet. But Candy came out this year. Candy and Love and Death are the same thing, but one is on Hulu and Love and Death is on HBO Max.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Melanie.
One has Melanie Linsky is in one, and not in the other. So what's the better one?
Elizabeth Olsen is in the other.
Oh, okay.
But I'm pretty sure Melanie was nominated for a Golden Globe.
Oh, good.
As she should. Queen.
Can't wait for Yellow Jackets to sweep after season 2.
When they start eating girls, let me tell you.
They're gonna eat those wards.
Exactly. The Midnight Club I wanted to watch and then just never got around to it.
I think we wanted to watch it because it was Halloween season.
It was, and it looked really good, and I still think it looks really good. SVU just has me in a chokehold right now.
I haven't seen any spoilers for it, so we totally could still watch it.
That is very true.
I also didn't see anybody talk about it though, so
that is also very true.
Yeah.
I saw maybe a few people on the timeline, but definitely not a lot.
Okay.
So I could go back and rewatch it. You know, when I need a break from SVU for a sec, I can watch that.
I feel that. Well, if you start watching it, I'll watch it. We can review it if people want it.
Sounds good. And then the last thing was Total Drama Island.
You also had Murder Mystery 2 on there.
Oh, thank you.
I don't think that came out.
It didn't, but they were filming it this year.
Okay.
So it should be out next year. Yeah, Total Drama Island. It's really my guilty pleasure show. It's a guilty pleasure show. It's fine.
Okay. I think you even said in the video, you're like, I feel embarrassed like putting this on. I'm like, dude, I'm literally watching That's So Raven right now. Like, it's fine.
But like, That's So Raven and Total Drama Island are not even comparable.
Total Drama Island is way more like teen.
Yeah.
I'd be down to watch that when it comes out.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah.
Okay. That was all of mine.
Yeah, so as Alexie said, I only watched 2 out of the ones I have remaining. So I'll start with the one that I was honestly maybe most excited for of mine and let me down the most. Nope. Really disappointed me. I do have a review for this, I feel like. When did it come out? When did you come
in the
out?
summer, right?
Yeah, okay, July. Oh, I gave it a big review. Maybe we're not going to do that.
Yeah, you did.
I keep giving things so many big reviews. I gave it 2.5. I was excited for it because it was Jordan Peele, and it's Jordan Peele. He does great work. Loved Us. I really liked Get Out. So I was excited for it. At this point, we had no information about what it was. We just had the poster. And I think that's how I found out about it. And I think people were like, oh, I think it's going to be an alien movie. This is going to be something like that. And it was, I think. I still don't entirely know what it was about. I'll give like a little bit, I guess. I said, because I don't even know really my thoughts on this movie. I just really didn't like it. I will probably get so much shit for this rating and review, but I just can't shake how disappointed I felt leaving the theater after this. Jordan Peele's an absolute artist. His mind is a fascinating and brilliant place, and that does shine through here, but there's just something about this one. There's just something off about this one for me. The scares were there, and when they came, they were incredible, namely the bar scene in the first half. The barn scene scared the shit out of me because you knew it was going to be about aliens, and all of a sudden you just see like this alien come out of the corner, and you're like, holy shit, and it's shadows, you can't see anything, and then it's just revealed to be a little kid. So like it throws you for a second, and it was really scary to me. And then there was a whole other scene with a house of like the house that they live in, and just a cloud or like the alien UFO thing standing over top of the house and raining blood because they had just sucked up a crowd of people. It's gross. It was scary. So I said like the scares were there, but my issues lie in the story and pacing. I think the concept is great, and putting it in the hands of Peele had me so excited, and it really did have me on the edge of my seat. But so much of it is dragged out and or jumbled, especially Gordy. What the hell was the deal with that plot line? I found that whole part so interesting, but didn't feel like it served much purpose and only made the film feel disjointed, which apparently I'm just missing symbolism there after watching podcasts. But then I said the movie ended up feeling a lot longer than it is, and I think that may be due to how much back and forth there is. It's a lot of build up to the final act, and by that point, we've already seen so much of the UFO that there isn't much intrigue left. So then I go on to talk about the good stuff, but really just like it's mainly just that the acting's good and the setting and cinematography are good. I don't think I would have been that disappointed if the ending didn't feel so dragged out. It was so long for no reason. And I don't check my phone often in movies, like rarely ever if I'm at a movie theater.
Yeah.
I check my phone multiple times to see what time it was. So.
Yeah.
And it felt more like an action movie than a horror movie, and that wasn't what I expected.
Okay.
Which is fine, but like it didn't have enough thrill to keep me on the edge of my seat. I think I even like left there. I'm like, you don't have to watch this. We're not covering it.
Yeah, you did say that. I was like, all right.
The other one I actually watched was The Lost City. The only review I gave this one, I gave it 3.5 stars. I really liked this movie. But the only review I gave was, which I'm mad didn't get more likes because I thought it was quite funny. Miss Congeniality gets kidnapped by Harry Potter and then rescued by Magic Mike. Amazing. Which is exactly how you sum up this movie. I actually really like this. It's one of my favorite. It might be one of my favorite new releases of the year. I really want to rewatch it. I just love
that came out really early this year, right?
Yeah, I watched it in April.
Okay.
I really it was actually very funny. You should watch it. It's very funny actually. And it was actually quite romantic. So it was actually a rom-com with Calm.
Wow.
I know. Also, I remember like when we were recording our most anticipated, I kept saying it was going to be like the proposal again because Sandra and Ryan working together again. It's not actually Ryan Reynolds, it's Channing Tatum, and I didn't realize that until like months later.
I was so confused when you kept saying that, and I was like, I really don't think it is, but I'm just gonna go along with it.
Oh, I know. Yeah. It's a really good movie, and I really enjoyed it, and it had a lot of laughs. I don't really have much else to say. It was just a fun movie and worth the watch, I think.
I will definitely give it a watch.
Yeah, I think you'd like it. Also, Sandra Bullock's wearing this sparkly jumpsuit, and it's everything to me. Like, I really, really want it.
It's the one in like all the pictures, right?
Yeah, and she looks really hot. And now, like, every time and then I went through like a phase of like watching like her interviews because Sandra Bullock, which just happens often. And her hair, she has the best hair in Hollywood. Like, her hair is always so nice, and like thinking about it now makes me regret cutting my hair. Not that I haven't already, but like. Yeah.
Okay.
I love her. The other 3 that I had on here, 2 were controversial. So yeah. First one was blonde. I will never watch this movie. When I put this on here, I was just like, oh my gosh, like the behind the scenes photos look so good. I feel like this is going to be a really good biopic of Marilyn Monroe. Turns out it was basically just an exploitative, over-sexualized portrait of her that was like absolutely disgusting.
Nope.
Don't need to watch that. I am kind of really disappointed in everyone who was involved in that. So I'm good. Every time Jamie Lee Curtis would like hype it up because she's close with Anna de Armas, I'm like, Jamie, no.
Oh god, no.
Like I love her and I know she just like hypes up everybody and everything, but I'm like, Jamie. Stop. Other one was Pam and Tommy, which I think I even said is a controversial pick because of Pam.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason I ended up not watching this one is just because it wasn't showing up on my Disney. Like my 18 plus category wasn't working for whatever reason. So I just never got around to watching it. And now that I like can watch it, I just don't really care to.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I've heard it was good. I think I still
Yeah.
stand by the fact that I think they deserve awards for the makeup and like prosthetics and everything
Yeah.
and wardrobe because they looked really good, but
I mean,
I didn't watch Pam and Tommy, but I did get to see Tommy Lee in concert this year. So I don't know.
I think you won.
I think I won. He flashed me too. It was lovely. Yeah, he flashed the crowd.
Flash.
He was like, oh no, I wish. Well, he flashed the internet with that. But no, he like flashed like of. He's like, you want? He's like, you want to see my titties? I'll show you my titties. I'm like, okay.
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 Okay. And the other one that I didn't watch, and I don't know why I didn't watch it. I still want to watch it, but now it's been spoiled for me because TikTok can't keep a fucking plot line secret. Don't worry, darling.
Don't tell me what it is, because I
know.
don't know what it is.
You don't want to know what it is. It's really good.
Okay.
The
reviews were shit.
Yeah, but actually, a lot of like the Letterboxd reviews I saw, people are like, "This isn't that bad. Like, you guys are just mean." Like, Izzy liked it, and I do trust Izzy's opinion, except for the fact that she likes he's just not that into you. But it's whatever. It's like right up our alley. It's like a 50s housewife who gets caught up in like a scandal kind of thing, yada yada. You know the drill. Has shitty acting from Harry Styles, which I think is what deterred a lot of people. And all the behind the scenes drama was very, very funny to me.
Wild.
Wild. That was a time. I'm really mad I didn't watch this one, but also like no one wanted to see it in theaters with me.
Well, no, I'm glad you didn't see it in theaters because there's no way you're giving that money to her.
Yeah, no, true.
So we're women for
illegally. Jason Sudeikis.
Exactly.
Yeah, I do want to watch it now though. Even though it got spoiled for me, but I'm still intrigued.
I'm intrigued too.
Yeah. That's all mine.
Can you tell which one of us likes TV shows and which one likes movies?
Yeah, totally me, guys. I really like TV shows.
Wait, speaking of TV shows, did you get your like TV time wrapped yet?
I think they come at the end of the year or the beginning of the year. Okay. Because I think it comes at the beginning of the year because they give you like time to like finish those last shows, like all that. Which I actually like better. I think Spotify should do that.
I need it now. When we record next Wednesday, I'm gonna need it.
True. Maybe they'll give it to us.
I hope so. Can I email them and be like, hi, can I have
We have a podcast. We will hype you up. Do you want to sponsor us?
Please.
I think Letterboxd will give us ours in the beginning of the year too. I know they give theirs out late. So maybe TV Time does give theirs out a bit early, but like closer to the end of the year.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just gonna be me watching more SVU.
Yeah.
They don't have to give me that. I know.
I'm really excited to see who wins the race for my most watched actress on Letterboxd. Because right now, Jamie and Winona are tied with 7.
I love that this is something that you can control.
Yeah, right?
And you're like, I'm so excited to
because
stand.
it's like I'm either gonna watch Christmas with the Cranks and Jamie will win, or I won't watch Christmas with the Cranks and I could watch a Winona movie. Then again, I only have one movie of hers on my shelf that I want to watch, and just haven't had any motivation to watch it. So
okay.
It's really anybody's game. What can I say?
I can't.
I went into this year being like, I want Jamie Lee Curtis to be my #1 most watched actress of the year. Winona said, not on my watch.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. So yeah, next week we'll be doing our Wrapped.
I'm really excited for that.
I love doing our Wrapped. I've been like I made a note at like near the beginning of the year of just like things that I really, really enjoyed. I need to update that though, because I haven't updated in a while.
I like don't know what I'm gonna choose.
Yeah. I think there's just gonna be a lot of shit on it.
Yeah, no, there is. I was like trying to pick a 5 and I was like, I might need like 7.
Just put as many as you want.
Okay. And I can actually add movies this year.
Yeah. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went through a lot of phases this year, so it'll be interesting to show.
It's a range.
I went through a Laura Dern phase where I watched all of Big Little Lies. I watched.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I went through the Winona phase that's still going on. Like, it's been a year. I went through a little Nate Ethan Hawke phase. He's one of my top watched of the year. I think he's got like 5 or 6.
That's everything.
It's really, there's a lot going on. So it'll be interesting to do a Wrapped.
I'm gonna have to dig deep.
Yeah. It'll be fun.
Oh my God. I don't even remember all the MILFs I was obsessed with. Fuck.
I'll help you out. I'll try to remember some of them.
I like remember 3.
Mariska.
Melanie.
And
Juliana.
Right. Oh, good Lord. Okay. This will be a fun episode. Okay. Stay tuned for that. We don't know what's going to be on our Wrapped.
I'm going to have to start preparing literally right now.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you for joining us on this episode of Enter the Fangirls. You can keep up with us on social media. Our YouTube and Instagram are Enter the Fangirls, and our Twitter is Enter Fangirls.
Make sure you follow us wherever you listen to your podcast, and we can't wait for you to join us on our next episode. Once again, I'm Lexie.
I'm Sam, and this has been Enter the Fangirls.